Hi everyone, it's Sabrina Claudio, and today I'm with It Girl to answer the most searched questions about me. This is Search Bar. Perfect. What is Sabrina Claudio known for? Well, I would say my music and my big, fat, juicy dunk. Where is Sabrina Claudio from? Miami. Well, Broward County, Miramar, Florida. But I'll say Miami because that's what everybody knows. How old is Sabrina Claudio? I'm 28 years old. What star sign is Sabrina? I am a Virgo. I don't know if we get into the rising and all that. Rising, Capricorn, Moon, Sagittarius. So I'm insane. How did you get into music? I got into music because of YouTube. I started doing covers on YouTube because my parents said that I could sing, and so they bought me a mic, a computer, and a camera, and I just started uploading it, and then it turned into everything else. Did Sabrina Claudio audition for the X Factor? I did. That was a different life. I think I was like 14 or 15. Made it to the judges. Then I had to go. They said no. How would you describe your genre of music? The new music I'm making is more like cinematic and dreamy, definitely alternative elements, indie, and then the R&B will always be there because vocally I'll just be doing that. Who inspired your single Need You to Need Me? Who? Who inspired? I think I just inspired that. The song is really just about the way that I love. I'm a very intense lover of friendships, in my family relationships, and romantic relationships, in my work. And so it's just to kind of give people a little bit of insight of who I am and what kind of love I'm searching for. So I would say me. Who inspired your newest single, Before It's Too Late? Oh, well. So fun fact, that one is actually a song that's many, many years old. But so when it was written, that inspo was different than the reason why I took the song, again, to put it on this album. I guess it was about somebody that I don't like anymore, but yeah, it was about somebody that I was talking to. It just was the communication was not giving at all. So yeah, somebody I was talking to, that lasted 3 months, that's about it. What is your songwriting process? A lot of it is based off of the production that we're creating in the moment. I don't really go into any session with any ideas of what I want to write about. I'm very inspired by the producers that I'm working with and whatever conversations we're having. But I would say for the most part, once we get the production, it's a lot of freestyling melodies and then structuring them and then writing to the melodies. The lyrics for me come last, which is really interesting. But yeah, it all starts off with what we're creating in the room together. What are your pre-show rituals? I don't even think I have any. I've been with my team for so long, my band and my whole crew, that we just be chilling. Maybe we get a little drink. We definitely always huddle. And, we say a prayer, and then we say something dumb on 3, and then we kind of get out there. But for the most part, it's pretty chill. What was your worst experience at a live show? Oh, I've had a few. Maybe a broken heel, a twisted ankle. One of the background tracks was off, so the whole medley we were doing, we had to start over, something like that. Oh, when I was in South Korea for a festival, we were in a literal storm and we were performing live outside, and we had tents over my bandmates and they were flying, but hey, I had a natural Beyonce fan and that's all that mattered. Who are your music inspirations? I grew up listening to a lot of early 2000s or even 90s R&B. I would say that really inspired my sound, like Beyonce and Alicia Keys and Usher and that era. And then growing up, as I got older, I listened to a lot of bossa nova and jazz and indie music and alternative. It's just a bunch of it's a big mix and combo of genres mainly. I know a lot of music. What is your most played song right now? been listening to Chaperone, Picture You, or Lady Gaga, Abracadabra, like songs that have nothing to do with the type of music I'm making. What is your favorite collab you've ever done? Favorite collab I've ever done? Probably my next one that's coming out eventually. That's part of my new album that I'm still working on, which I can't say her name. But when it comes out, that one, because that's probably my favorite song I've done in a very long time. Which artist would you most like to collab with? I'm hoping I'm on the way. I wrote a song for Beyonce, and so maybe next time both voices will be on that one. But yeah, Beyonce. Did Sabrina Claudio write a song for Beyonce? Hey! I did! Plastic Off the Sofa, I did. So Plastic Off the Sofa, I, funnily enough, wrote that song maybe like 2016, 2017, and the intention behind it was for me, you know, to keep it, but I decided not to, and then years later, Sid from the internet, who I did the song with, DM'd me saying, girl, I don't know about you, but I heard that Beyonce cut that record. I said, what record? She said, that one. And then that happened. And then when I was able to hear it, it was a completely reimagined version of the one that we did. But yeah, it was an old song and she just found it and took it and made it her, you know, Beyonce iconic self version of it. And yeah, that's how it happened. What advice would you give to up-and-coming singers? My advice that I always give is to try and remain as authentically you as possible. We live in a world where it's kind of easy to try and fit into trends and do what's popping right now and what's most popular, you know, in terms of music and tempo and genre. But honestly, the most authentic ones are the ones that last the longest, so that'd be my advice. Did Sabrina and Tyga date? What you think? What you think? No. Okay. Who is Sabrina dating? I love him, by the way. Love Tyga. Love him, but no. Who is Sabrina dating? Nobody. Literally nobody. Help me. Okay. Is Sabrina friends with Billie Eilish? Yes. I love her. I haven't seen her in a long time, but I love her.
How did you meet?
How did we meet? Oh, this was maybe when she had her silver gray hair, whatever year that was. I think we just reached out to each other on social media and we did a session randomly. I don't even think we made music. We were just talking and laughing and being dumb the whole time. And Phineas was there, and that was years ago, maybe like 2017, 2018. And then we've just, you know, kept in touch, and you know, we see each other at her birthday parties and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a social media session type of relationship. How would you describe your style? How would I describe my style? Sexy. Really tight, exposed, romantic, girly, feminine, and then I look like this sometimes. A bum. Okay, great.
Where do you like to shop?
I love to thrift. I'm a flea market girly, so if it's not gifted, it's probably thrifted. So yeah, I don't really like new things. I like vintagey kind of, you know, thrift store kind of things. What was your worst experience with an artist? Oh, worst? I don't know if I've had a bad experience. I don't think I've had a bad experience. I've had pretty good experiences with everybody. Is that a bad answer? This is very good. What is the album inspired by? I took 2 years to write for other people because I needed a break from doing my own thing and whatever. So, but in between all those sessions, I was actually living my life, believe it or not. And I was in love, out of love, heartbroken, and I was on a journey where I was exploring who I was and how I loved, and you know, trying to figure out who I was. I'm 28, but I feel like we're always constantly growing, constantly evolving. And I think a lot of the music is inspired by that. And production-wise, it's inspired by the different worlds that I was placed in when working with these other artists. Production-wise, you'll hear that the genres are a little bit genre bending type songs, which is why I was saying it was like more alternative, more indie, a little bit of soul, a little bit of this, because I was just working with so many artists. And so I give them a lot of credit for helping me find what this next sound of the album was. Will the album have any featured artists? Yeah! Well, I mentioned it. My favorite collab is the one that is coming for the next album. Do you have plans to tour the album? But of course, darling. That's why I actually started writing, because I miss touring and I miss performing. So absolutely there will be. What's next for Sabrina Claudio? Okay, well, spoiler alert. I've been in my acting bag, guys, acting bag. I'm an actress now, add that to the resume. So I think kind of dabbling into that, you know, when I have the album ready and it's released, you know, obviously that, and more shows and more traveling around the world, more, you know, more things that'll probably start showing my personality a little bit more. Exciting things I think my fans would be happy to see. So yeah, all that. Okay, well, that was all the questions. So thank you for watching. You can find me, you know, everywhere. You know, my name's Sabrina Claudio in case you didn't know. So thanks for watching, bye. I'm blanking, I'd have to look at my phone.